Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Clarity English Podcast, the show where we make English simple, natural, and real every single day. I'm Emma.
And I'm Mike. So happy to be here today.
Okay, Mike, how are you doing?
Honestly, really well, although something happened yesterday that I genuinely can't stop thinking about.
Oh, tell me.
So I was having lunch with my friend Daniel, and we ended up talking about life. You know, those big conversations that somehow always happen over food.
The best conversations always happen over food.
Always. And Daniel said, if I had studied harder at university, I would have become an engineer.
Oh, a regret, a big one.
And then a few minutes later, he said, but if I have time this year, I will go back and finish my degree.
Two completely different sentences, both starting with if, both with a completely different meaning.
Exactly. And I thought, if I studied, if I have, why is it different? What actually changes there?
And that right there is today's topic. If I have, if I had, if I had had. Three forms, three completely different meanings, three completely different situations.
And today we're going to make all three of them simple, clear, and natural through real stories, real emotions, real life. No complicated grammar tables, no confusing rule lists, just if in all its forms.
And before we start, please subscribe to Clarity English Podcast. New episodes regularly. Like this video, share it with one friend who always gets confused by if sentences. That friend is about to have a very good day. Okay, let's go. Okay, Mike, before we get into the three forms, I want to say something important, something that makes everything easier.
Go ahead.
If sentences are really about one simple idea: time.
Time?
Yes, the form of if you use tells the listener when the situation is. Is it real and possible now? Is it imaginary? Is it in the past and cannot change?
So the verb form signals the time, the reality, the possibility.
Exactly. And once you understand that, if sentences become so much clearer.
Okay, form number one, if I have. Zero and first conditional, for real situations, real possibilities, things that could genuinely happen.
Two types here. Zero conditional, always true, like facts and scientific truths. If plus present simple, present simple. If you heat water, it boils. Always true, every single time.
If I eat too much, I feel sick. Always happens. My personal truth.
If it rains, the ground gets wet. Always, no exceptions. Zero conditional, cause and effect. Always true, no exceptions.
And first conditional, real future possibility, something that could genuinely happen. If plus present simple, will plus base verb. If I have time tomorrow, I will call you. Real possibility. I might have time.
If she passes the exam, she will celebrate. Really possible. Could happen.
First conditional. Real and possible. The situation could actually happen.
And notice, if plus present simple, not if plus will. Never will after if in this structure.
If I will have time, wrong. If I have time, correct, always. And the result always uses will. If, present simple, result, will. That's the whole formula.
And this first conditional is so natural in daily conversation. If you finish early, let me know.
Let me tell you about something that happened to me last week, a real first conditional moment.
Tell us.
I was supposed to meet Sarah for coffee on Thursday, and she messaged me in the morning and said, if the meeting finishes before 3, I will come straight to the cafe.
Perfect first conditional. Real possibility. She had a meeting. It might finish early.
And it did finish early. She came. We had a great afternoon. Real life, first conditional, with a happy ending.
Now, Form number 2, and this one is exactly what Daniel used at lunch. If I had. Second conditional for imaginary situations, things that aren't real right now.
If plus past simple, would plus base verb. If I had more money, I would travel the world. I don't have more money. Imaginary.
If she lived closer, we would see each other more. She doesn't live close. Imaginary.
And this is the key difference from first conditional. First conditional, if I have time, real, possible, could happen. Second conditional, if I had time, imaginary, not real now.
If it rains tomorrow, I will stay home. Real, it might rain. If I lived in Paris, I would go to a cafe every morning. Imaginary, I don't live in Paris.
Second conditional, for dreams, wishes, hypothetical ideas. Hypothetical, Emma, what does that mean again?
Hypothetical means imaginary, based on a what-if scenario, not something actually happening. What would you do if you won the lottery? Not real, just imagining.
This comes up constantly in fun conversations. If you could have any superpower, what would you choose? The most classic second conditional question ever.
And the answer always uses would. I would choose the ability to fly. If plus past simple, result would plus base verb.
One important thing here. If I were, not if I was, in formal English. If I were you, I would apologize. Formal, correct.
If I were you, I would take the job. Very warm, very common way to give advice. And in casual spoken English, if I was is also heard. If I was rich, I would donate everything. Both understood. Were more formal, was more casual.
And now form number 3, the one that surprises people the most. If I had had. Third conditional, for past situations, things that cannot change, regrets, what might have been.
If plus past perfect, would have plus past participle. And past perfect is had plus past participle. That's where the double had comes from.
If I had had more time. If plus had equals past perfect of have. If she had known, if plus had plus known, past perfect of know.
The past perfect always had plus past participle, and the result always would have plus past participle. If I had studied harder, I would have passed. I didn't study hard. I didn't pass. Past cannot change.
If she had called, I would have answered. She didn't call, I didn't answer. Past, finished, but imagining what would have happened.
And this is where regret lives, in the third conditional. Daniel at lunch. If I had studied harder, I would have become an engineer. That time is gone, but he's imagining what his life would have been.
And third conditional always has that slightly wistful feeling. Wistful, Emma. What does that mean?
Wistful means a gentle sadness about something in the past, thinking about what could have been with a slight longing. Not heartbroken, just quietly nostalgic.
If I had taken that job 5 years ago, my whole life would have been different. Wistful, looking back, imagining another path.
Now let's look at all three side by side, same topic, traveling to Italy. First conditional, if I have enough money this year, I will go to Italy. Real possibility.
Second, if I had unlimited money, I would live in Italy. Imaginary, not real now.
Third, if I had saved more money last year, I would have gone to Italy. Past cannot change, that time is gone.
3 sentences, same destination, 3 completely different realities. First, future possibility. Second, present imaginary. Third, past regret.
Now, one natural conversation using all three conditionals, the way real people actually talk.
Can I ask you something?
Of course. What's on your mind?
Do you ever think about alternate lives? Like, what if things had been different?
All the time. Why?
I was thinking, if I had taken that job in Florida 5 years ago, my whole life would have been different.
Do you regret not taking it?
Sometimes, if I had gone, I would have had completely different experiences, different friends, but I wouldn't have met Sarah or Daniel or you.
Exactly.
So I don't know if I regret it. It's just interesting to think about.
I understand. I think about things like that too. If I had stayed in my old job, I would never have started this podcast.
Was that a difficult decision?
Terrifying. But if I have learned anything from it, it's that fear is not a reason not to try.
That's such a good way to think about it. What about now? Any big decisions coming up?
Actually, yes. If I apply for this new opportunity, I might get it.
Then you should apply.
I know, and if I get it, everything changes.
First conditional, real possibility. You already believe it could happen.
You can't turn it off, can you?
Never. But you know what? If I were you, I would apply today.
Second conditional advice. See? Natural, just like that. And did everyone catch all three conditionals? 3 forms, 1 evening conversation, all natural, all flowing, all real.
And notice nobody announced the grammar. They just talked, and the conditionals came out naturally because they fit the moment.
That's the goal. Not knowing the rules, but feeling when each one fits. And now you can feel it too.
Before we finish, I want to say something.
Say it.
If is one of the most powerful words in English. 2 letters, but it opens doors to real plans, imaginary worlds, past regrets, future dreams.
If I have time, I will make it happen. If I had more courage, I would try everything. If I had known then what I know now, I would have chosen differently.
3 sentences, 3 completely different lives. Use these in your real conversations about your real dreams, your real what-ifs.
If today's episode made if sentences finally simple, please like this video, subscribe to Clarity English Podcast, and share it with one friend who always gets confused by if sentences.
And leave us a comment. Write 1 sentence using any conditional from today. Or tell us, if you could change one thing about your past, what would it be?
We read every single comment. Thank you for being here.
See you in the next episode. Until then, keep talking, keep learning, and keep growing.
Bye, everyone.